Hi students, Mr. Merritt here. I wanted to make this little video as an example from that YouTube video I sent to you all with the guy showing how to do it. It's a good video, and so I just wanted to show you that it can be done, and it's a quick example. I found this old PowerPoint I did back in 2002, almost 20 years ago, the beginning of PowerPoint. I took a computer writing class at UTEP, and this is what we did. We decided to make a PowerPoint, and I did it on football. So I'm just going to run this quickly just to show you again how to do this and what I'm looking for. So, there's a clip art. Cool, huh? The beginning of football goes back to two college intramural club teams. They were looking to compete with each other, school pride and all that, and they came up with this game called football. I remember when we were little kids, we would play this game on the playgrounds with a kickball, and whoever could, get to the other side would win. That was kind of the beginning of football like that, just basic. 1869 is when they started to actually play with the game with rules and kicking and throwing the ball, and forward pass would come in later on with football. In football's beginnings, the games were pretty violent. They looked just like organized brawls. Teddy Roosevelt, the president, him and Congress decided to end the violence by regulating the sport. And so after that, they cleaned everything up, and the sport became very popular. And the universities banded together, conferences, and stuff like that. You notice in between transitions, my voice gets cut off. You guys remember that if you're going to present this way, to stop talking before you hit the transition button or the next slide. So anyway, football goes pro. The first pro was Pudge Heffelfinger. He was paid $500. Imagine if they could see the salaries today. Say I'm a lot. When you hear yourself recorded, you realize how many times you go, I never realized. Sorry, guys. In 1919, Curly Lambeau started the Green Bay Packers, named after the Indian Packing Company. You can see that's where football began with sponsorship. So that's why pro football is what it is. They gave them equipment and, a field to practice in and play and all that stuff. So at Lambeau Field, where the Packers play, is named after this guy. The NFL grows in popularity. They used to play an all-star game with the NFL All-Pros versus the college All-Americans, and it was a huge game. Can you imagine that? It would be great to watch that today. But that game ended in the 70s when the NFL players would just wipe the floor with the college players, so they don't do it anymore. And Thanksgiving wouldn't even exist. Thanksgiving and football weren't even thought about together until the NFL did it. So, and the Brooklyn Dodgers are known as a baseball team, but they used to play football. There was a football team that named the Brooklyn Dodgers, and they played the Eagles one time, and there was the first game that was televised. 1,000 people saw it in New York City. It helped the NFL grow to the popularity it is today. The 1956 NFL championship was very important with that too. Later on, the AFL and NFL merged. That's the era we know the NFL as today. The Super Bowl era began that time, and all the innovations since then. And the commissioner at the time, Pete Rozelle, negotiated contracts with all the television networks, and that's why the players make all the millions and millions of dollars they do today is because of television contracts and their advertising. And just to close here, in 1985, a poll showed that 48% of sports fans prefer football to 31% for baseball, and that just proves what we all know, that baseball may be America's pastime, but football is America's passion. Hope you all learned something. Thank you very much. Talk to you later. Bye.